بلدية الشرايع الآن الشرايع تتعرض لبلدية عنيفة جدا. لا إله إلا الله.
Rare and unprecedented hailstorms hit the holy city of Mecca, Saudi Arabia, on a Monday, bringing unusual weather phenomenon on the holy city of Kaaba. The storm which swept through the region late in the evening, surprising worshippers and pilgrims gathered at the Grand Mosque, one of the holiest sites in Islam. The hail, accompanied by strong winds and heavy rain, disrupted normal caused by religious activities, facing many by sick shelters and Moscow indoor facilities. Sudden weather change are a rare occurrence in Mecca, especially at this time of year at when temperatures usually rise rapidly. The storm brought with a sharp drop in temperature, creating stark contrast in regions usually hot and dry conditions. Social media platforms were quickly flooded in the videos and images captured in usual synced files on the courtyard and the Grand Mosque with the Kaaba in the background. Many expressed their surprise at the rare weather events, while others took a reminder of unpredictability of nature. Despite the disruption, there were no reports of injuries or significant damage inside the mosque complex. Authorities responsible quickly ensured the situation was managed with the minimal impact of thousands of worshippers present. Repair crews were dispatched to clear Moscow on hailstorms. The official closely monitoring the weather to prevent further disruption. Local authority attributed the hail and a combination of factors, including the sudden drop in atmospheric pressure to coverage to cold, warm air issue over the region. While hail is not uncommon in Saudi Arabia, it is particularly rare in Mecca, the city more accustomed to dry and air conditions. Here serves as a reminder of powerful and other unpredictable forces of nature that can strike in the hottest seed most surrounding places. For many in the Islam work in the even great reflection on the significance of the Kaaba and the natural world, emphasizing the importance of resilience and the face and the face unexpected challenges. When the storm passing on the weather returned its normal state and the faithful resumed their prayers on the Kaaba stood films among temporarily unheard. This event is likely to resemble to inquire moment in the history of the Grand Mosque and another chapter to reach capacity on the event that have taken place in the holy city.
شوف السيارة هذا كيف يتحرك يا الله.
A rare is unexpected hailstorm in the holy city of Mecca, Saudi Arabia, on the Sunday, taking many by surprise and the heavens opening up all the Islam holy cities. The storm, which included sudden downpour of hail, swept through the city late in the evening, forcing worshippers and pilgrims to seek shelters on the Grand Mosque. The intense fire on the storm was particularly impressive, with some hailstones the size of small pebbles, creating dramatic and unusual scene in the heart of Islamic world. The Kaaba, a cape-shaped structure located in the center of Moscow, the center of Muslim worship, withstood with the hail that fell around it. Videos shared on social media showed the stark contrast of the wild hailstones against the dark marble of Moscow courtyard, with the Kaaba dropping the black and the gold embroidered fabric a severe black drop on the chaotic weather. Many shared their amazement online, some interpreted event of such divine power over simply wondering to a mythological phenomenon. In Mecca, a city known as a desert climate, hail is extremely rare. All this time of a year, temperature typically soar above 14 degrees Celsius, making a sudden hailstorm all more than extraordinary. The hail brought a significant drop in temperature that brought temporary relief from the bird, but also created a scene of increase among these not used kind of weather in the region. Local authorities responded quickly to situation. Repair crews were quickly deployed to clear with the Moscow contract with the hailstorm to get accumulated odor, ensuring the area remained safe for the thousands of worshippers in the area. There were no immediate reports of injuries damaged, but the incident causes the temporary suspension in some religious activities until the weather stabilized. Meteorologists explained that the hail was likely caused combination and unusual atmospheric coordination, including the sudden drop in pressure in collisions and cold warm air masses of the region. While Saudi Arabia does not experience hail from the time, especially in the more mountainous areas, such in the event of Mecca is almost unheard of. This has sparked widespread dispersion and reflection both in Saudi Arabia and throughout the Muslim world. For many, the hailstorm was a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of nature, even the historical and spiritual significant places in the Mecca. The Kaaba, which not stood as center of Muslim worship, the center once again demonstrated in the resilience reminding and sculptured by the force of nature. When the storm clouds cleared and the hail melted, a faithful resumed their ritual, continuing their prayers on the shadow of Mecca, seemingly emphasizing previous disruption. The event has since become a topic on conversation among believers, and in some sense its metaphor of the three challenges believed face in life and how important to remain steadfast in the faith. At the point embodied the beauty in this sense is stark and contrast between the white hail and dark spectrum. The Kaaba severe a visual reminder of harmony between the nature and driver. In the day following the storm, the focused attention returned in normal living life in Mecca, but the memory of Raquel remained fresh in the mind of those witnessing it. This incident added the new chapter of rich history in the Grand Mosque. The place has seen countless events over the centuries, but rarely has something like this happened. All pilgrims continue to arrive at Mecca from all continents in the world. The story of the Hailstorm will undoubtedly speak to remind a moment when the natural world previously took center stage in one of the most revered places in the earth. Recently, the city of Mecca, Saudi Arabia was hit by a powerful storm that engulfed area around the Kaaba, Islam holiest shrine. Torrential rain accompanied by strong winds in the city created a dramatic rare scene of the Grand Mosque where thousands of pilgrims gathered by bellwether to worship. The storm led to significant flooding of the mosque courtyard, causing water to pool around the Kaaba. The Kaaba structure before the Muslims around the world played during prayer. Footage widely circulated on social media showed worshippers continuing their ritual despite the harsh weather. They resiled the face of natural disaster, reflecting the deep spiritual significance to sight. Local authorities in the Mecca responded quickly, deployed teams to manage the situation and ensure the safety of the pilgrims. The Saudi Civil Defense warned residents to visitors to take precautions to ensure the warning about possible flash flooding in low-lying area. However, the intensity of the storm caused temporary disruption to even more the Grand Mosque, including traditional tawaf or ritual circulation around the Kaaba. Despite the chaos of the Grand Mosque drainage system designated to handle large volume of water that tested allegedly prevented significant damage. Pilgrims helping each other maybe form human chains and move safely throughout the flooded areas. The storm lasted for several hours and eventually subsided, but the reports no serious damage. The storm occurred during the Islamic month of Safar, outside the peak Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage period, meaning the number of pilgrims present was lower than usual. Saudi Arabia has been increasingly investing in infrastructure to cope with the adverse weather conditions, but this storm serves as a reminder of the challenge posed by the climate change. As extreme weather events become more frequent around the world, cities like Mecca that host large numbers of people will need to constantly adapt to ensure the safety of both residents and visitors. The storm in Mecca highlighted the vulnerability of the hottest side of faces of nature, emphasizing the constant need to village to preparedness in the rapidly changing world. For the millions of pilgrims who had come from the all corners of the globe, the sudden change in the weather posed significant challenges. The ritual of tawaf, of act of circling the Kaaba several times, became particularly difficult. The marble surface, not darkened, became dangerously slippery, leading to a number of minor injuries of people slipped to fail. Despite this nazar to devotion, though, the pilgrims remained steadfast, of the many choosing to continue their rituals amidst the downpour, demonstrated the deep spiritual significance to the Hajj.